There we are. Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut with Mike Kelly, Real Estate Jerky Daily.
Thursday.
Yes, I was driving home from Rotary going, oh, it's Friday. I know, it's Thursday. What are the trash cans doing out on Friday?
Yeah. Oh, we missed today. Left those suckers out. So
Well,
what's going on in the world?
Days where you're just so busy in the week and you forget what day of the week it is.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my week.
I know. It's been my week all week. In fact, yesterday was Wednesday. I was at the Christmas Cantry Modesto Council breakfast and auction, and I kept thinking it was Tuesday.
Yeah. Nothing worse. Well, I'd rather think it's Tuesday and then realize it's Wednesday versus thinking it's Friday and realize
it's Thursday.
And you
like
still
you're
have
doing
one
right
more day.
now.
Yeah. Well, I can't really say one more day. It's not like I don't work sometimes on the weekend. We do have the radio show.
Yes.
All right. So what do we want to talk about? So everybody knows the Fed came out yesterday.
Yeah.
And they lowered it by 25 basis points.
Which was kind of expected.
Right. What wasn't it?
What happened?
I'm sorry. I had something happen. So I pushed the button. What wasn't it? So the 25 basis points came out and everybody asked, did that lower rates? And I'm like, no. What actually made the rates get better was the fact that way down in the thing, they decided to start buying 40 billion in T-bills starting tomorrow. So going forward, they're going to start buying the bonds. When they buy the bonds, which is the mortgage-backed securities, when we're doing the Fannie, Freddie, all those kind of things, that is what gets the rates to go down. And that's what they did during the pandemic and a bunch of stuff. They were buying the bonds at that time, and then they started letting them run off to slow things down over the last 2-3 years. Now they're going to start buying again. That is going to help us with the rates again. That is where the big thing came out of.
Very cool.
That's why, up until this point, rates have always gone up after they've done their lowering. But today rates improved by 8 basis points. Yesterday, we're up 21 basis points. The 10 years back down to 4.12, which was almost as high as 420.
Yes.
Everybody's going, 420.
Yeah. And it got down as low as 3.9 something.
It never closed at that, but it did bounce to that and go back up.
It flickered.
Yeah, but now it will continue to go down, and that's what we're going to start seeing. So
good.
Once they start buying the bonds, we'll start seeing that thing going a little bit lower. I said yesterday that I see there's a huge change happening in the market. Everything else, I see it for next year. Unfortunately, it was cut up horribly and then put on my page. I was like, I got to talk to that VA.
Oh,
do a better job.
Do better.
What else is there? Today also had the, I'm not going to get into who dissented, who did all that about the Fed. I don't really care.
Who dissented?
I don't care. Initial jobless claims rose 44,000 to 236,000. This is the highest since September, 2 months ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is a rebound potentially after artificial low during Thanksgiving week. So they're thinking that everybody who didn't do it on Thanksgiving is now doing it this last week. Continuing claims fell by 99,000 to 1.84 million, which was a surprise. But here's why. This data lags 2 weeks, still reflects holiday effect. Many claims from 26 weeks ago are now expiring, which skews the numbers downward. Ooh. This is like, I can't stay on here forever. What do you mean? I can't be unemployed forever like I used to be during the pandemic?
Well, I guess not. But if you're a realtor, you can be, unless you go get another job.
Well, if you're a realtor, you're not gaining unemployment.
No,
unless you were unemployed by a company and then you started to become a real estate agent and you're working while you got your unemployment.
I got it. These pictures are so awesome. Anyway,
you keep looking at
they're so shiny. They draw my attention. It's like squirrel.
Yeah. So there's a 30-year bond auction happening this afternoon. If it does well, it could shake up the markets. If demand is strong, it will show confidence and Fed support. Everybody's watching the yields to see what happens. So Overall today, the two things to talk about is really from the Fed was the fact that they're going to start buying mortgage-backed securities, and the fact that we had initial jobless claims came in higher, even though continuing claims went down. But they just think that people are just falling off, but they're not finding jobs. They just can't get paid anymore.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Well, did you open with where we are in the market in the Dow?
No, because we were up.
Now it's up 526.
Earlier it was up 400 points. I can't tell you right. Here comes George to say hello.
Hi, George. There he is in his bed.
yesterday he was in here and I was interviewing some people on a podcast. I'm trying to see if it pops up over here, and he decides to come in and start wagging the thing over there. So it's 528 right now. It's
Okay.
Dow. No, I didn't really get into it because I was so focused on mortgages.
Yeah, I know, but that's exciting news right there. That's
Only
record,
if
right?
you have money in a 401k, 403b in the markets, that kind of thing.
I do.
I don't know if you have money in Bitcoin if it's doing that well, but
Bitcoin is crap right now. And I actually bought the recommended best 5 that were going to take off like skyrockets.
Which was
Render and Stacks and Nearer and guess what they didn't do?
Yeah. So that's like the people used to see this. Let me explain to the younger people. We used to have brokers call us and say, "Hey, by the way, Blue Horseshoe likes Anaconda Steel."
Yes.
And you'd say, "What?" And that's a Wall Street reference if people don't understand.
Yeah,
you like that?
Yeah.
So so you'd buy it, and what would happen is they're having you buy it so the people in the beginning can get out of it, and they're raising the prices. I'm not saying that's what they're doing. So when someone calls you and says, "Hey, this whatever is doing really well," by the time you hear about it and they're talking to you, it's over.
Done.
Yes, it's over.
I found that out, and this was a buddy of mine who's still a buddy of mine, and he's like, "Mike, you got to get in." So I thought, I'll dip my toe in the water, and I just took $5,000 and I purchased these 4 or 5 different.
Well, it could be long term. I mean, Doge did well for a while.
Yeah,
but then
and these
dropped.
did too for once. I mean, I got up as high as a $6,000 valuation, and then it just went.
Yeah, well, it's
It's
long
2025.
term. I mean, that's what in 2000 when people bought Bitcoin originally, they forgot about it because it didn't do anything, and then they can't find all their wallets.
Exactly.
I threw away millions and millions of dollars in that
poor
computer.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Because that was billions, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, he had to dig up the landfill to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be somewhere in here. By the landfill. There you go.
Right,
then you can go have them search it.
Write down your password.
Yeah, but people didn't really think it was going to do anything. They forgot about it. And then all of a sudden, that's how this stuff works. You got to stay in it, stop playing with it, and move on.
Yep. Or you could be like my dad, and his best friend said, you probably should buy some IBM stock. Oh, it's never going to do anything.
Well, it did, but then it went back down. Right?
Yeah. But I mean, he could have had quite a bit of money.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like the people who worked for Facebook when they first got started, Meta, and they put all this stuff. When can we give you shares of the company? Okay, and then now they're worth a lot of money.
Well, and then let's see, was it the guy that helped start Apple that sold his shares for $800?
Yeah,
and because he thought, oh, I'm the only one with some money, so if it fails, I'm going to have to pay all these bills, so I'm out. Oh well, we're not talking about real estate though.
Yeah, let's get back there. So I looked at a thing where they're talking about November mortgage lock-in data driven by strong refinance activity, and they quoted in this article that in Federal Housing Administration FHA rates fell to 5.99. This is what they said in the article percent, while U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs and jumbo rates rose to 5.76.
When was this?
6.44% in November. I still see that 5.7 thing right now. Meanwhile, the 10-year Treasury yield slipped to 4%, widening mortgage rates. As I talked about before, the biggest reason rates are down is because that premium's out of there now. It's getting back to a normal premium.
Right.
So that's why rates are doing better. And the reason is because now they know that volume is going to start happening and people are going to buy now and they're not going to refinance in a year.
Right away.
Yeah, they're going to be a while. So not like before when you're at 7-8%, the moment things drop, you are refinancing.
You're gone.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Then that's all I have for today. So big thing is we're seeing the movement because when Fed starts buying mortgage-backed securities again, that helps us big time with the rates.
Yes.
No, I mean, not like,
and now we're up 577.
Not off to the races, but we're getting there. We're warming up the engines. We're getting there. What is that? It's supposed to be a horse?
That was a horse.
That was not a horse. That was you just clicking your mouth.
Yeah. It sounded a little bit like Monty Python.
No.
They use coconut shells.
Oh, is that what they use?
Yep.
All right.
Run away.
That's all I have.
All right,
you have anything?
Have a great day. No, I already said it.
You didn't do numbers from yesterday. Oh, you did them on Tuesday.
I did them on Tuesday.
That's right.
I can do them
And we'll
again.
be back you're going to be here tomorrow to do.
I'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll do state numbers and all that stuff.
And then you can just do local again, just so people
Just
know.
for kicks and giggles.
All right. Make it a great day. If you need anything, reach out. And don't forget, we're going to be here tomorrow and then Saturday on the radio.
Remember, today, have fun with the one. Bye.
Who's the one?
I don't know.